Alright, hey tea time, it's Jake. It's week 69, and this week's topic is self-harm and suicide. Uh, Cheery, I know. I'm also having kind of a bad day, so it's like, oh yay, happy topic. But, um, but it is an important topic to be discussed for sure. Um, I used to cut myself when I was like 12, 13, 14 type of an age. Um, And even though I was struggling more with my sexuality at that point, like I knew that I liked women, I knew that it was quote unquote wrong, and I was in a Christian school and everything, and that was the main source of my distress. I shouldn't say the main source of my distress. One of the sources of my distress, and even though I didn't know what the word transgender was at the time, I was going through puberty, and I was really uncomfortable in my body, and while everybody else was getting breasts and being happy about it, I was wearing extra baggy shirts to pretend that I wasn't changing. And, while everyone else got their period and yay, we're women, I was like crying on the bathroom floor. So, I mean, if I had to pinpoint the worst year of my life, it would be grade 8. Um, so yeah, it was like, what, 13 grade 8, 14 grade 8. But yeah, I did cut myself for a couple of years, like grade 7, 8, a bit of grade 9. Um, I mean, looking back, I couldn't really tell you exactly why I did it. I guess I really didn't like my body, but also I was just really fucking alone. Like, I was so alone. Um, struggling with my gender and my sexuality and being in a Christian school and having a really religious family and living in a small town. Like, I had nobody to talk to. Absolutely nobody. And I'm sure that there were people in the world, who would have listened to me, but I had no idea how to access those people. So I felt really isolated. I was really unhappy. And, come grade 9, things did get better. I went to a public high school. All my siblings went to a Catholic one. I refused to go to the same high school as my siblings because I was like, I'm so done with, like religion and fucking prejudice. So anyways, I went to a public high school. Not to say that there wasn't prejudice there, but there wasn't religious prejudice at least. Um, and towards the end of grade 9 was when I really figured out, what it meant to be transgendered and that I was trans and that I wanted to transition. So, um, grades 10 and 11 were pretty tough too, um, because my body dysphoria just kept getting worse and worse, and those were the years where I was trying to get on testosterone. Nobody would give it to me. It was a really frustrating process because I kept being promised it and then denied it. Um, I didn't self-harm at all during those years, but, I definitely had moments where I wanted to, or, more extremely, even moments where I really just wanted to kill myself, where I thought, I'm never going to get testosterone, I'm never going to get surgery, it's all just way too far away, I can't wait any longer, I'm too unhappy. Or, more dismally, just like, even if I do all those things, I'm still not going to be completely happy in my body. And, I have my bad days. I have days where I think to an extent that everything that I've been through has been for nothing. But, those are just days like today where I'm feeling really negative and pessimistic. Um, but, in general, my life is way better now than it was before I started testosterone, before I had surgery, before everybody started, you know, seeing me as and referring to me as male, as Jake. So, um, but yeah, I guess that was another turmoil. And, grades 10 and 11 was just coming out to everybody and having to deal with the negative and the positive reactions. Um, and, trying to get my family to understand me and accept me. And again, just feeling very isolated and very alone because I didn't know anybody who was transgendered. And for me, being transgendered is far more isolating than being queer. Um, at least in the town that I was from. Even in queer spaces, I was usually the only transgender person there. So, it can be very isolating. But I mean, I'm not quite sure how to end this on a positive spin other than saying that, like, transitioning really has helped me be happier in general. Um, that's not to say that I never have moments where I'm upset or I never have moments where I'm dysphoric, but those moments are fewer and further between. And, you know, I think I'm going through regular teenage angst as it is, and just dealing with a lot of other big changes in my life that are causing me to be stressed. So, I'm just dealing with those things. But I mean, I know that suicide isn't the answer. I know that there are people that care about me, and there are people that can relate to my experience, and there are things that I can do to be even happier. Um, you know, honestly, I could probably use some counseling right now. I was in counseling before I moved, but it's really expensive where I was. I don't know if there's cheaper counseling here. But I also have trust issues, even with counselors. Like, I don't trust people to not tell people that I'm trans. I don't know why. It's like, it scares me more than anything in the world for people to find out that I'm trans. Well, that's another issue that I have to deal with. And I know that's a totally different video topic. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys next week, and I hope everybody's doing alright. Take care. Peace.